Hey guys, it's Vornskyr here, and today we're back in Elite Dangerous, and update 1.3 has finally come out of beta and been released. Well, I say finally, it wasn't actually in beta for that long. It was only, what, a week? Maybe a week and a half? I'm not really sure. Anyway, it's out of beta now, and it is live and ready to go. You can see some of the different changes and stuff. We've got the progression percentages and everything for the next ranks and all that sort of thing. I've talked about a lot of this stuff before, so instead of covering all that stuff again, I'll just leave links to those videos in the video description, as well as a link to the full patch notes in the video description. But I will talk about a few things that have changed in the 1.3 release, as opposed to the 1.3 beta. So things like, if I open up the Powers tab down here, you can see we do have the Galnet available now, so we can actually click on that and see the Galnet. We've also got portraits for all of our different power people, which apparently include Geralt of Rivia and the T-1000 Terminator. I'm not really sure why, but I kind of want to go for this guy just because he is the Terminator. But instead I'm going to go for Duval, who's also got a fancy picture. This is the Imperial person who gives bounty hunters a bonus, so that seems worth doing. You'll notice as well that now, depending on the rating that you get at the end of I think it's a weekly cycle, but you'll actually get a credit bonus. So the earliest rating is 1,000 credits, rating 2 is 50,000. Apparently ratings 3 and 4 are 0 credits. I'm not sure if that's a bug or if that's how it's supposed to be. I mean, it looks like you don't get anything at all for ratings 3 and 4 at the moment, so I'm guessing it's a bug, but I don't know enough about this, if I'm completely honest. So maybe that's how it's supposed to be, I really don't know. And then rating 5 is a massive 50 million credit weekly bonus. Apparently you also get bonuses now for actually completing like power play missions. And that was one of the big criticisms about power play, or at least it's how it was in the beta, was that there was often no real benefit to actually completing the missions and that sort of thing. So now you do actually get a credit bonus of some sort after doing a mission. Obviously I haven't pledged to anybody yet, so I can't really do that. Oh, let's find out. Let's just do this. Hopefully I won't regret this decision. Alright, so I guess I've pledged now. So yay for me. Alright. So obviously I've got to do missions and stuff to actually earn different things. Let's see if I can actually find a mission. Let's click the Galnet first actually. So this is what you see when you click the Galnet. You get this nice little animation and sound and everything. That's pretty cool. And then you get news stories. And one thing that's really cool is you just get these pictures as well. I know that sounds like a kind of small thing, but it's a nice little touch. So here you get to see Space Geralt watching on as instead a Cobra blows up something else or attacks it anyway. So that's cool. It's different sound effects and everything. There's Geralt again. There's the Terminator. So yeah, that's a nice little touch. And you can just scroll through and read all the stories, or not read them and just look at the pretty pictures, or whatever. There's the Terminator again. Cool. So, that's all good. That's the Galnet. You can also access that from within Starport Services, and you just click up here. So instead of having all the news just in a big scrolling list down here, you actually just click on this Galnet button now. But anyway, so I have actually I've joined this faction. I'm actually at their headquarters system. I came here to the headquarters system to see if there was anything different with the contact. So let's go for this. So these are some missions that I can do, I guess. So we can collect things. Lavigny corruption reports. I gotta collect 10 of those, I guess. Or I could fortify this by doing something. Right. So what do I do here? I don't actually want to do that, I guess. Well, let's click. I can't click confirm, so I'm not really sure what's going on. As I said, unfortunately I didn't actually get to put that much time into the beta, so I didn't get to get really familiar with the power play mechanics themselves. I did read a lot of the forums, but obviously reading the forums isn't really a substitute for playing it. So I'm not quite sure why I can't click these. I'm supposed to take units of Lavigny garrison supplies from this system to contacts in control systems. So I just don't know why I can't do anything. I'm clicking these arrows, nothing happens. This could actually be because... yeah, that's it. Okay, so the problem was, I don't know if you guys use TrackIR, but those of you who do might remember, especially back in the beta, it was really fiddly sometimes after certain updates. And they actually fixed that so that Because what I have to do now is hold my head in exactly the right position so that I can click on the buttons with my mouse. If I move my head slightly the wrong way, you see my mouse is over here, but it thinks that it's over here. So there was a graphics option that actually fixed that. That seems to be broken now, which makes it a real pain in the ass using TrackIR at the moment. But anyway, so that's actually how I do this. So I got to take this to a contacts in a controlled system, I guess. Let's just try to click confirm. I have no idea what I'm doing. So contacts in a controlled system. So I have to find a controlled system nearby, I guess. Let's use our galaxy map and we'll see if I can find a control system. So you can see I'm on the Powerplay view at the moment. So Congan, that's exploited. Exploited. Is that what I'm after or something else? I have no idea what I'm doing. Right. So hold on, what's this yellow shield mean? That's a control system. Okay, we're going here. I have to buy fuel. Okay. Let's do this. You might notice as well, fuel costs seem to have increased. I don't really know why. I don't think I saw anything about that in the, holy shit, integrity costs as well. God damn. 114,000 credit, 111,000 actually. So yeah, integrity costs and fuel costs seem to have increased. I don't remember seeing anything in the patch notes about this, but just prepare yourselves, I guess. It may be in the patch notes and I just haven't seen it. It's always kind of difficult to pick out individual things in the patch notes sometimes, just because of how that's formatted and everything, and how long they are. But yeah, that's a pretty big integrity cost. It definitely wasn't that before the update. Luckily I've got enough credits. For some reason I got 20 million credits from a community goal, which I don't think I earned that. That must be a bug. But anyway, let's launch and do this. We'll worry about the integrity costs later. And I'm playing in open mode, so it does seem to be pretty laggy at the moment. Kind of standard for the day that a big patch comes out, especially in this game. We might see a fair few players on the radar as well. There was a lot in here when I came into dock, which was only a few minutes ago. Yeah, you can see them on the radar there. And actually, I'm going to be careful not to go speeding out through the exit, which is a real pain in a clipper. But I don't want that little exploit thing that people are doing to happen, which is where they run into a speeding ship and the speeding ship gets blown up, basically. I don't know if that still happens. I know it was happening in the beta, though. Alright, so we should only be 2 jumps away. I'll just quickly edit through that unless anything interesting happens. Okay, you might notice that I'm actually at a different system. The first one that I went to only had a platform, and of course my clipper cannot dock at platforms. So I had to come here instead. This is also a system controlled by, what's her name? Lavigny-Duval, just Duval. So yeah, we've got a fair way to fly to get to this station, so obviously I'm not going to make you guys sit through that. But once we get to the station, we will actually see what's going on, and if I'm doing the right thing, or if I've completely derped and gone the wrong way. So, let's find out in a minute. Okay, I'm being interdicted by an Alliance Enforcer. I don't know if you guys can see just how bad those graphics are, but these guys are in Vipers. I don't know what was going on with that. It's kind of jittering sort of thing happening, but I've submitted to the interdiction. So we got a Viper, mostly harmless. This guy's about to have a bad day. I'll let him attack me, although he's hostile, because he's actually from a different power. So what's this other guy? Diamondback Scout, interesting. No shields, that's probably a mistake. So this guy's I guess he's an enemy of my faction. Now I think if I attack him, I will actually get a bounty on me. He's attacked me. Let's see what happens. Well, I'm not seeing any message about getting a bounty or anything. These guys made some seriously bad life choices though. Oh, there it is. Bounty claim. Okay. Oh, there you go. Diamondback Scout. So I actually saw that they had added a different sort of Diamondback. So there's 2 Diamondbacks now. There's the Scout and the Explorer. Let's have a look at this guy.
Under attack.
Yeah, I just want to have a look at your ship before I blow it up. Oh, that's pretty cool. So I think, I can't remember what the differences are. I think the Explorer is kind of a stripped down version of the Scout, or maybe it's the other way around. I'm not really sure. Anyway, let's put this guy out of his misery. There we go. Oh.
Target destroyed.
Wasn't that fun? Let's head back to the station. Oh, to the station. I haven't even got there yet. I can't get back to it.
Frameshift drive charging.
And I just realised as well why those ships, why I got bounties for them instead of getting a bounty on myself. It's because I was derping and thinking that we were in a hostile system. We're actually in one of Duval's systems. So they were the aggressors, I guess, or they were the bad guys in this situation, as opposed to me. Like, if I was in their system, then I would have been the bad guy, I guess. I'm going in way too fast because I was wasting time talking or not paying attention. But yeah, so that's why I got bounties on them. Stupid Super Cruise. You know, I don't do this when I'm not recording. I know you guys won't believe me. It's only because I've spent so much time talking and ignoring what's actually going on around me. I swear it's true, honest. Alright, let's drop out of here. And one thing you might notice as well is that, well, at least in the beta, you know how you used to be able to request docking at a station from basically 8,000 to 9,000 kilometers away? It doesn't seem to work like that anymore. So let's see, if I do this really quickly.
Docking request denied.
Yeah, you see, they actually denied the docking request. That's a new thing in this update. Well, I say a new thing, it's how it's always worked with platforms, and it's how it's supposed to work with the stations, but I guess it's a bug that they just fixed.
Docking request granted.
I guess it's just something you'll have to get used to. I mean, I know if you're like me, basically as soon as I dropped out of Super Cruise, I would be requesting docking permission, which would normally be from about 8,500 meters, sometimes 9,000. So, just something to get used to, I guess. One of those little things. Anyway, let's go in here.
Landing gear deployed.
So, if we put it down, oh, close to the middle, well, not that close. I've realised as well that I actually have enough credits now to buy a Python once I included the trading value of this ship. The problem is I probably wouldn't be able to afford many modules or anything, but still, that's pretty cool. So, let's talk to the power contact. I will redeem these bounty vouchers first, because why not? But let's see what happens. So, oh, what? Consumed my quota. Next allotment in 11 minutes. So what, am I delivering these ones here? Is that what I'm doing? Oh, come on, just let me click it. Stupid TrackIR. There we go. Just have to use my joystick controls. Alright, let's confirm. So I've got 10 merits and 1,000 credits. Doesn't really seem worth it, does it, if I'm completely honest. But still, that's just the first step. So if I wanted to get another lot of supplies, I would have to spend 100,000 credits. And this is where you start seeing why people have been saying, especially on the beta forums, that this is kind of endgame content. It does seem to be fairly grindy, and it's, I don't know, it does feel like it's the sort of thing designed for somebody who's already got a high-end ship, they've got a lot of credits, and they're looking for something to do. That's kind of how it feels. It doesn't really seem like this is the sort of content that is aimed at, you know, somebody who's just got their Sidewinder or their Eagle or their Cobra or whatever, and they're just, you know, getting started, so to speak. So this does feel kind of like endgame content if you were to compare it to an MMO with raids and all that sort of thing. Obviously this is different to that, but it kind of feels similar. But anyway, so that's kind of how it works. So if I go to my Powers tab, there we go, and I just click over here. So you can see that, where's my stuff? I've got 10 merits earned this week. So rating 2, I need 100 merits, so I guess I'd have to do that 10 times. Or I could try one of the other things, because there are different types as well. So, there's these expansion ones, which basically you destroy corrupt system defense forces. So that could be interesting to play around with. Unfortunately, well, this one's not too far away. There's only 3 expansion systems for this faction. Each power is going to have different systems, obviously. So different numbers of different things. But yeah, it looks like this one is a possibility. We've got 6 days to go over there and do that. We've got these fortifying ones. So that's what I just did, I believe, a fortification one. We've also got preparations. So these are also delivery ones, though. So I guess the fortifications and the delivery ones are kind of the same. Bringing supplies there. These ones are collecting reports in the control systems and delivering them. Okay, so this is good. So for preparations, you go from a control system to a preparing system. So that might be, most of these are a fair way away. This one, yeah, they're all fair way away actually. Anyway, that looks out to be how it works. I mean, it is a kind of complicated system. I think once you wrap your head around it, it'll definitely start making sense. I'd say do a bit of reading, do a little bit of research before you just jump in and pledge to somebody. I know one of the things I read a fair bit of and that I found really interesting on the forums was that you may actually be better off, depending on your playstyle, you might be better off not pledging to anybody at all, but still kind of taking advantage of what's going on around you, especially for some traders, because certain factions give systems within their control sphere bonuses and that sort of thing. So as a smart trader, you may be able to take advantage of that. As I've said before, I don't know enough about this to really comment in any great depth. But yeah, it does seem like an interesting system, the actual power play system. I'm not quite sure about its implementation in the current form. That being said, I said exactly the same thing about the community goals, and they ended up coming good after a few updates and a bit of playing around on Frontier's end. So I think this will probably be the same situation. As for the update itself, it's a really good update. There's lots of good stuff about it. There are some things that are a little bit annoying, like this. I kind of liked having cheap integrity repairs. I don't know if this is how it's supposed to be, or if or whatever. Like if this is a bug or just a sneaky little update or something that they've done. I guess we'll find out about that. I'm sure they'll comment on it sooner or later. I think people are yelling and screaming about it on the forums at least a little bit, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, so I think I'll end this one here. So I know that's not a huge amount of detail about the actual update. As I said though, I have covered all of this stuff before for the most part. There's just been a few changes over time to the beta. But yeah, so really this was just kind of about how the power play actually works, or sort of how it works, how I think it works. And yeah, just so the update is out, as I've said, as you can obviously tell because I've been playing it. So yeah, just jump in, have a look. I think it's worth the download if you haven't played the game in a while. It's something different. Some of those little things that annoy people might have been fixed up. As we've seen in the beta, the missions are better. And you actually, one thing I forgot to mention, you actually can level up, like increase your rank from doing missions now as well. So say I did this one, which is destroying 6 bounty hunters, which is pretty easy. Not only would I get 300,000 credits, but my combat rank would increase a little bit as well. So that's always good, because these missions are tied to rank now as well, so having a high rank is a good thing. And of course that's the same for the trading missions and all that good stuff as well. There's some pretty good ones here. There's no mining missions, interestingly. I guess that might depend on what station you're at. But anyway, well, I think I'll end this one here. So, update 1.3 released. Go and play it. Or not, it's up to you. But yeah, so until next time, I've been Vornskyr. Hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.